Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I want to talk to you today about your type being the reason why you're single. So if you are someone who chooses individuals, men or women, who loves to reject you, you chooses people who tells you, I don't want a relationship, right? But they love to have sex with you. They love to be intimate with you, but they never want a relationship, or they are never looking for what you are looking for, right? Could it be the reason why you're single is because of your type, right? If you find yourself choosing people who are critical of you, who you support, but they don't support you. You're invested in them, but they're not really showing any interest in you. Could it be that the reason why you are single is because of your type, right? I want you to begin to take a look at the type you continue to choose, because it could be the reason why you are single. See, right now, and this is the deception of the enemy, because the enemy will have you to believe, because this is the type, right, that you think you desire, you think you are attracted to, right? And so the devil will have you believing, because this is the type that you continue to choose, this is the type that also chooses you, right? And the way how this type chooses you is by rejecting you, right? It has programmed you to respond to the rejection, right, in a way that keeps you in this toxic cycle, right? And so the devil, like I was saying, the trick of the enemy is to keep you in this cycle of rejection, never getting what your heart desire, always choosing the same type, and having you to believe, well, this is the type that I'm attracted to, when the truth of the matter is this isn't the type that you are attracted to. You have been programmed to choose and like this type, right? Because if you were to think about it, and really sit down and remember the first person you probably took an interest in, 9 times out of 10, because the one we always initially want doesn't always want us back. They doesn't always choose us back, right? A rejection might happen, right? And so when rejection happens, it creates a wound in an individual, right? And that wound will cause you to choose people who's not choosing you back, right? It will cause you to choose people who really don't like you, but they settle for you, right? You're good for the moment. You're good for the time being. This is how a situationship comes about and happen, right? Because it's like a placeholder. You're good for right now until I find something better, right? And so I'm bringing this to your attention because I want you to begin to understand your type. It could be the reason why you're single. And I want you to really just zone in on the type you're continually choosing, because if you have a habit of choosing individuals, like women, some women have a habit of choosing men who never want a relationship with them, right? So somewhere in there, you got to begin to look at, well, why do I continue to choose this type? What is it about this type that I think I'm attracted to, right? What is it about me, or what's going on inside of me that I need to take the time out to heal, so that I can attract something differently into my life, right? We have to go there with ourselves in order for us to begin to see our the very people we're choosing to date and be in relationship with begin to change for the better, right? Now, the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 4, it say, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Why does the Bible tells us, in order for us to get the desires of our heart, we are to delight ourselves in the Lord? I really believe the reason why it's recommended for us to delight ourselves in the Lord, right, is because right now, like I said at the beginning, your heart desires what is no good for you. Your heart desires what is bad for you. Your heart desires a representative versus this a true, authentic person, right? Your heart desires a toxic relationship or a toxic person. Your heart desires someone who abuses you, who berate you, who, loves to pull you down, and just tug at your self-esteem, right? Your heart desires, just all of what's no good for you. It's just bad for you, right? It's not healthy. It's not producing any good fruit. but yet your heart desired. And so when we take the time out to delight ourselves in the Lord, because the Lord is truth, right? God is truth. God is holy, God is pure, God is good, God is love. So when we take the time out to delight ourselves in God and reading our word, reading our Bible, right? Now, He's dealing with the foundation, right? He's dealing with that foundation. So you're taking the time out to delight yourself in the Lord, right? This gives him room to come in and deal with the heart of the matter. He comes in, the very thing that you desire that is bad for you. God said, I got to deal with this. I got to begin to bring this to I got to bring truth here and letting you know, right? Because your mind, or your heart believe this is what's good for you. So when God steps in, he got to show you this is bad. I don't want you to desire this, right? When you desire this is the fruit it's producing in your life. You're staying single when I have called you to be a wife or a husband, right? So God, in his word, he comes in and he does a correction, a restoration happen, right? And the more you delight yourself in the Lord, he begins to change your desire. The Bible acts as a cleanser. It begins to cleanse, you from wanting what is bad for you to now wanting what is good, right? It begins to change, your will. Instead of me choosing that type, I'm going with God's choice. I'm going with God's best, right? Because I understand now, right? Sometimes we are choosing with a mind of no understanding. We are choosing based off of our hurt, our pain, our past, right? And so again, when we delight ourselves in the Lord, this gives God the opportunity to step in and do a correction. He get to come in and reveal truth to where it is false, right? He get to expose the enemy at hand. He get to reveal to you and tell you this is toxic. It's no good for you. It's destroying you. This is the enemy, right? He reveals the enemy to you, right? And once, truth is revealed, you cannot go back to what is false. You cannot go back to the enemy because now it has been exposed for what it is, right? And so this is what it means to delight yourself in the Lord, because God is all about restoration. He wants to restore your heart. He wants to restore your soul. He wants to restore your desires back to its original condition. That's what restoration means, to restore someone or something back to its original condition. So your heart right now is desiring all of what's wrong for you. And you are confusing it and thinking, this is what I'm attracted to. I always attracted this type. No. This is the type that always chose you back. This is the type that always, responded to you in this toxic way, that caught your attention, right? And it just programmed you to think, this type like you back. This is, probably the only type you can get. The devil is a lie. Okay, so when we delight ourselves in the Lord, he steps in, a restoration happens. He restores your desires back to its original condition. He give you new desires. He give you a new hunger. He have you desiring what is good for you, what is healthy for you, the very thing that will support you, the very thing that looking for what you're looking for, right? And he gets you back in alignment, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you in today's video. I am Tequila Coleman. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave me a positive comment. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.